And that's on good coffee.
That's.
Oh my God.
Are we getting started? Are we good?
Yeah,
Everything
I'm ready.
recorded?
Good. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good too.
Hey, you know what we're gonna bring today?
The juice.
The funny.
The
juice.
The funny.
The juice. The funny.
Oh wait, we
Good
are
job,
way
guys.
too low at the juice.
The funny.
The juice.
Funny.
The funny.
All right, bring it in. Bring it in.
That was
We
like
should-
too slow. I didn't like the rhythm.
Yeah,
That's not
right.
the rhythm that
We started off a little too slow.
Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna bring? We gonna bring the juice. And the funny. And the juice. The funny. And the juice.
The funny.
What if we set this up like a pre-football game where we had like a huddle?
That
where we
was
all
like-
brought it in.
That was like our first like huddle and motivational like thing was the
Yeah.
juice the
Yeah.
funny. It was like our second episode. We were still so nervous. We didn't know what we were doing. And I'm like, guys, just bring the juice, the funny.
I wonder if anyone could remix it. The juice.
Oh, I miss old YouTube when people used to do that shit.
That's what we
Yeah.
need, like this sign out like jingle too.
Ooh.
Like right after.
And we
it's
need a mid jingle and a jingle before every ad read and a jingle whenever Mariah speaks and a jingle whenever I repeat after I repeat
We
what somebody
just
else
give
says.
Mariah like the soundboard and she's just like hitting buttons the whole time
Yeah.
while we're
No,
like,
you only play the jingle when I'm speaking, like right on top of me.
over
right on top of me.
Cut her
We
out.
would
And
never do
jingle.
that.
Every time I do a echolalia thing,
A what?
there's a jingle.
Oh my God.
Echolalia.
Echolalia. That is not
Echolalia.
in his dictionary.
Echolalia.
All right, cheers it.
Oh yeah, let's.
All right, let's get this intro started. Cheers. It's coffee time, baby.
If he can't clap without his hands, then I don't want that bitch.
Zane, you got to be easy on that leg.
I know, not even on that leg, on my nuts too. Like 2.5 weeks ago, we were at Scott's house. We were getting a little crazy. Everybody was drunk.
Right.
And we were playing this like football game. I don't know exactly what it was, but we were grabbing the back massage.
It was,
to stretch out
the
your
back
back.
roller.
The back roller. But I was taking it and we would go like, blue 42, hike. And one of us would
It was a legit football drill where you would
What?
like throw the ball and you
Yeah.
have to like get through the line. Like it was like a one-on-one drill, like literally like football days.
Yeah,
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen,
Yeah,
across the living room.
We'd play this a lot as kids, but like we just brought it back for some reason.
I think it was
that
called
night.
Kill the Man with the Ball.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well,
that.
I definitely died that night. And then I ran towards like the other side because Scott was trying to get me, and he missed me. But then I clipped the table with my shin.
Yep.
Wait, who's bleeding on the carpet? Wait, you're bleeding. Someone's bleeding.
And it hurt really bad. It was like a deep gash.
He was leaking all over Scott's
Ooh, my
white
bad,
new
my
carpet.
bad. And
Ooh,
you
we
know
are
what?
at work today.
I'm sorry. I got to put it on silent. And then. Whatever. There was like I was leaking. There was blood everywhere. I think I got blood all over his carpet.
I
Actually,
know. I felt bad the next
I know.
morning. I like
'cause-
realized what had all happened.
because didn't he like get his house the night before, or was it like
he
the next
just
week?
moved in like pretty recently?
And you were denying it at first. It's not me. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
me. We're
Because
like
I
saying
didn't-
it only has to be you.
It's just
He's
blood
like, just couldn't
spewing
feel it.
as
out.
it's like coming out from every step as he's
It's not
walking like
me.
It's
around.
like a crime scene. You just the trail keeps following
Yeah,
you wherever
right,
you
Exactly. So the next day I cleaned it out. Whatever, it was fine. It was like a little swollen, but like it was normal.
Wait, real quick, but can we show that video, the one that you have of Zane diving? Like,
Oh, yeah,
in like
of
a
course.
legit. I've never seen you so agile and athletic in my life. I was like impressed.
It's a good
Oh, okay,
vibe.
well, run it. I really wanted to play this game. It
I
was
don't
like
think
it
I've
was a
seen
fun
this.
game.
Describe the clip to me.
That's it.
It's basically Scott running with the ball, with the back roller, and me chasing him. But like I was trying to kill the man with a ball, and that's what I was doing because Scott had the ball. So I ran, I dived towards him, and I've never flown that far in my life.
like straight up, Superman dove over the couch, like caught air and was just
Yeah.
up, and then just landed on the other side.
yeah,
it was crazy.
Something definitely lifted me off that ground a little higher than I should have.
yeah.
Yeah. So the next day I cleaned it out. Whatever, I'm fine. It's healing now. A week and a half later,
It's just scabbed up.
it's just scabbed up. Yeah, normal. And then after a few days, it was pretty much all good. It was just like a little scab. And then what was it? 3-4 days ago, all of a sudden, it got really, really infected. It was really hot in the area. It blew up like a balloon. And that night when we did the podcast last week, remember on our way home, all of a sudden I felt something in my throat. I was like, oh God, Matt, I feel something in my throat. You're like, what is it? I was like, dude, I'm getting sick this very second. And
You felt it like taking over you as you were like.
as I was driving. It was crazy. It was crazy. And as soon as I got home, I was like, oh God, I'm going to get the flu. Like I feel so sick. And And I didn't think anything of it. This was hurting a lot, but
Yeah.
I just didn't
But
know.
you didn't like put it to your.
I didn't put
your
two and
leg.
two
Didn't
together.
someone point it out to you? Like, you need to get that looked at?
Well, it was looking bad. I saw it and I was like, is it hot?
Yeah, the day before, actually, Jeff looked at it. And
Oh,
was
really?
Like, yo, you should get that checked out. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, that looks like it's gonna get infected.
As
but
soon
like,
as
it
you
didn't
start
hurt.
seeing like that like shiny pink around it, ooh, that's infection.
So
Yeah.
then I came home and you and like Todd and Natalie were like hanging out on the couch. You had your leg like propped up with a
Yeah.
Band-Aid over it, and you were like kind of concerned about your leg. I'm like, let me take a look at it. And you lifted over the bandage, and I was like, that looks infected. Like, it kind of looked like yellowy.
Yeah.
And the wound, I think, was bigger than what you thought. Like, you should have
Oh, yeah,
you should have
100%.
went
It
and
got
got
bigger.
stitches. Like,
Oh, yes,
Bad.
it was. Yes, it was.
so you went to the doctor.
Yeah, so I looked up like why like I caught the flu all of a sudden. Does it have to do with my cut? And it did. Like I looked up like got a
Yeah.
gash on my foot. It's infected. What are the signs that come after? And
You
the
coulda got
first one
gangrene.
was fever. You get a fever / flu when
weird.
when you get an infection on a cut. It's crazy.
No matter where it is.
Yeah, it's disgusting how your whole body gets sick because of a
Right.
cut on your
Yeah.
shin.
Do you
It's-
remember a while ago when we first started Vine? It was the one where I chased the kid down the street and I fell. Okay, so one of like our biggest Vines, the kid like yells at us, and then like I got out of the car and I chased him down the street, and I was running full speed, and everybody was like super impressed by like how quick I ran. They were like, "Oh my god, he ran so fast!"
You ran quick.
But they didn't know I was running so like faster than I ever have in my life that I tripped on the sidewalk. My foot rolled off the edge and I fell right after the Vine cut off.
Mariah, he was running so fast. I've never like he ran faster
We
than a
gotta
cheetah.
find that clip.
Really?
I was moving.
We'll find it.
Like
we'll
you
find it.
saying Bolt in this bitch.
We're gonna play it right now because I know we're gonna find it.
Right after that, I fell. My foot rolled off the sidewalk, and I fell to the ground. And I got this tiny little scrape on my like little ankle bone right here.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my
this
God,
tiny little corner.
you are so brave.
Thank you for sharing your story.
There's people dying, Kim.
Kim, there's people that are dying.
But it scraped my ankle, and I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, it's just a scrape, whatever.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened a couple days later. My foot blew up like a balloon, and I couldn't fit it in a shoe. I had to walk around with a sock, and it was so bad. They took me to the hospital, and I ended up having to stay overnight because of how bad it was. Like, it was so infected
I
that
remember you calling me the next day and he was like, yo, Zane, my ankle's serious. I was like, I mean, it can't be that serious. And you showed me a picture.
I
I'll
wish
never
I had
forget
a-
that picture you sent me, but
I
it
wish.
was blown. It was bigger than your foot.
it was huge.
Is that similar to what I got, you think?
No,
Or-
worse.
oh, it was worse.
Worse. I could not like move my foot at all.
How long?
Did you get sick at all? Or
Yeah, I got like the same like fever thing, but I just felt like shit because one, I couldn't walk because it was awful.
You couldn't work at Brookstone?
No, it was
Brookstone, more like Brokestone.
Oh, right.
thirsty.
Coming
She's
in
on
hot
fire.
with the puns, huh?
but yeah, and then it just got really infected, and then I took the antibiotics like you're on right now.
Yeah.
so you went to the doctor and he looked at it and was
Yeah,
like,
so I went to an urgent care and the guy just like literally looked at it for 5 seconds.
I
He
don't
was like-
trust urgent care.
I
They
don't
fuck-
either. I don't either.
To me, those are temps.
Yeah.
Wannabes.
But I don't know.
oh,
if
that's rude to say. They do their thing.
Yeah.
I don't know
but
if
they-
they're not allowed to say certain things because I feel like they don't go as far as like, testing you or like I just like every time I come in with something, they don't ever test for whatever I may have. They're just
Right.
like, oh, just take these. I'm like,
It's like
are
a
you
school,
sure?
like a clinic, like a school nurse.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what it is basically.
They give you an ice pack. You walk in, your arm's gone. They just put an ice pack on your shoulder.
Because I've come in for pneumonia before. I had pneumonia, but he didn't give me the right antibiotics, so I ended up getting worse because the antibiotics weren't working on me. So I ended up going to a doctor, and he was like, "You have pneumonia. You need to take these antibiotics." So I was taking the wrong ones because it was prescribed by somebody at urgent care. So I just don't like trust those places.
They throw out Z-Packs like it's candy.
yes, dude.
Here, take this.
So I ended up going to my primary physician, who's never normally free. You have to like wait like a
You
week
have
and
a
a half.
primary out here?
I have a
I
primary.
need to get
yeah. Because you want the same doctor every time you see him. You don't want a different
Right.
fucking doctor every time because they tell you this different shit every time, and But this guy ended up being right, and he gave me the right antibiotics. So now I'm on a certain antibiotics until I'm done. But it does hurt less. The
That's
swelling
good.
has gone down. The redness has gone away. It's not as hot anymore. And
There you go.
I raise my leg every time before I sleep. I'm back on the hospital bed. I have the Tempur-Pedic bed that goes like it goes up and down.
It's the most
I'll never
ridiculous
forget when
bed.
he bought that bed.
Literally my shit.
We moved into the apartment. We had no money to our name, and he bought like a $10,000 bed. I was like,
Yo, I would like this
he
last
said,
night.
let's finance it.
I'd sleep just like this. It was really comfortable actually sleeping like this. Like I don't know, like putting on a socket poles like that and just sleeping.
Your left side must be so strong because your right elbow, your right leg. Like
Oh,
that
yeah,
whole
right?
half, is it your right ear or your left ear?
My
Right ear's
my
bad.
right ear's
My both.
What?
yeah, no, I think my right ear's bad. My left ear's good.
Okay, so your right side, there's something
Yeah.
going on.
Did I tell you when I went to the doctor and I had him check my ear because I felt like really deaf one day? So he went and pulled out.
A cockroach.
No, it was
my
as big
God.
as a cockroach. It was the biggest
Those
brown
videos are
ball
so good.
I have ever. No, I didn't.
I love those
I
videos.
Oh, like earwax videos?
Oh, you like watching
yeah.
them? Oh,
Yes.
the feeling sucks.
Oh, I've never done it.
Feels like you're drowning, but
They
your
put like
ear.
that tiny little needle into your ear, and then they just pump the water into it, and then
Oh,
it pours out into a
I
tray.
think I think I need that. Like sometimes
I
don't
wanna
think
do
my
it so
hearing is
bad.
as
Everybody
crisp.
should do it at least once because you'll be surprised what you
Oh
find.
my
in it.
God, my mom, when she was in school, there was a girl in her class, and she had like a really bad like earache, and she didn't know what it was, and it was like hurting for a while. They finally took her to the doctor to go get it checked out, and they pulled out a fucking brine shrimp. A shrimp.
What?
They used to go to the beach, and a shrimp went into her ear and got stuck, and she didn't know it, and it was just hurting really
Hold on,
bad.
what's a brine
like
shrimp?
like a shrimp, like
like a full shrimp went
like
into
a
her ear.
shrimp
Like a
went
little-
into her ear, and then they found it in there, and they had to get it out.
Oh, make it fettuccine Alfredo. Pop that bitch right in the goddamn plate. Fettuccine.
That is
baby.
something you don't like
That's
let
Like
down.
a, sea, like a
Disgusting.
sea monkey.
Yeah, no, but like bigger, like a brine shrimp.
Whoa.
Yuck.
Yeah. I'm not getting in the water
Get your
ever
ears
again.
checked.
That's really gross.
You know, when you go in like an Amazon River, they say like don't pee in the water because like the fish will swim into your.
Oh,
What? No,
That is
that's
not
bull. That's
true.
horse
Yes, they
shit.
do.
That's horse
like,
shit.
You get like the thing inside your wiener.
They can't climb up your
Yes, they
piss.
can.
There's like amoebas and stuff that like.
No, it's man, they're like little needlefish. You're gonna
Okay,
make me look it up.
if whatever you're talking about can do that,
Fish
that's the most
that
powerful fish. So that's the most powerful
swims
animal
into-
or mammal or whatever the fuck you call
Vsauce did a
it.
video recently, and it was like talking about how many holes are in the human body, like or like.
Oh, like
freaked-
when you see, like-
freaked me out, like just thinking about like what is considered a hole, like.
Like this?
Here.
1, 2, 3,
like
4,
pores,
5.
right?
And
The
then your butt, and then your-
Candiura, sometimes known as the penis fish, is a small Amazonian catfish. It's reported to lodge itself in the urethra of people who may be urinating in the water. This is what it looks like.
Oh wow, that looks like it could fit perfectly into your penis hole. Oh my god, look at the teeth. Look at the teeth. Oh, that looks like the mouth of a transformer.
It looks like
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
What
Like,
you know the villain in the bad transformer?
No.
Megatron. That's what it looked like his mouth.
oh, the one that like sucks everything up, or
Yeah.
it looks like the in like what was it? Men in Black. The
Yes.
Oh,
the-
yeah,
the
that too.
subway worm.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah, yes.
Nice.
Or the big Alaskan bull worm.
Yes.
The big Alaskan bullworm.
Pink
The
bull worm.
Alaskan
Oh
bullworm.
wow, you guys haven't watched SpongeBob
The
and his
hash
shows.
slinging slasher.
If we push Bikini Bottom. That's my favorite line.
I just love how the whole city moves at the same time.
Push. And then it still comes in
Y'all,
crashes
but
on.
I'm
never-
so- oh, go
Sorry,
on.
I was just gonna say I never understood like Sandy's character. So everybody is fish except for this squirrel that has
Right.
a helmet and lives underwater.
Yeah.
like everything
Which
just
makes
made
you
sense.
wonder what's going on land while Bikini Bottom's happening. Is like the human race dying,
Oh my God,
and that's
Matt
why
would
they
be
have to
thinking that
send.
deep into it.
That's why they have to send a squirrel, because it's like space. Back then, they used to have to send monkeys into space before they sent humans. Like, what if like on land is feeling they need to conquer aquatic life?
Yeah.
like
Interesting.
so she's the test
Interesting.
monkey from Texas.
Wow.
Ooh, good
she's a-
theory,
He
man.
takes it personally because she's from Texas. He like feels for her.
But isn't it crazy that because underwater, wouldn't they have different cities? Like, weren't they like ever in a city?
There was
ever?
Bikini Bottom. There was Rock Bottom.
But there was never like an
Oh,
actual. They were
rock
never in an
bottom.
actual state, correct?
No.
Or is that me? Okay, just kidding. I thought they were in Texas one time underwater. I was like, "There's no way they're on
No.
in Texas." Okay.
No, they're probably in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, but I didn't know if the show went that far into like making sure it made sense.
Well,
Okay.
the Gulf of Mexico is near Texas, and if Sandy is from Texas.
Right.
I think they would just launch her kind of close by to keep her in range to monitor.
Right. You don't want to put her like. Speaking of golf.
Speaking of
I'm
golf,
listening. I love golf.
he's going golfing this weekend.
Yeah, it's my brother's
we
bachelor.
gotta go golfing, you and me. Well, I want to go to a driving range with you to show you what I
Are
can
you
do.
good at golfing?
I have a really
He
good
looks
swing.
like he'd be good.
All I did,
He looks like he'd be good at swimming.
well, all I did when I was younger was go to golf camp, so I have a good swing.
Golf camp. Everybody say it with me. Why?
Golf
Why?
camp.
What
Golf
privilege.
camp. Golf camp.
Your parents had money for golf camp? I'm like jealous.
Damn, there's a whole golf camp though.
No, wait. There's no golf camp. Where? What are you talking about?
Like, is it like a go away golf?
Like a
camp?
sleepover
no,
golf
it was
camp.
like
Let's go to a country club?
they
No,
dropped
yeah,
us off, and a golf pro sat there, and we worked on our swings from
Very
sun
cool.
up to sundown.
You know what's crazy? I grew up hating golf. My brother golfed.
You
and my
hated
grandpa.
golf 2 years ago.
Yeah. I thought it
feel
was
like
the
everybody hated
dumbest.
golf.
I thought it was
Everybody
the
hates
dumbest
golf.
sport.
It's like I hate golf. I hate golf. Nice shot. I love golf. I love golf.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
golf.
yeah.
Oh,
I randomly went when I first met Aaron, and he took me out, and I was like, I just don't like golf. He's like, come on, it'll be fun. And I hit one good shot the whole day, like on accident. Every other one I would hit like 3 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
But I hit one shot, and I was like, damn, that felt good. I want that feeling
He's
again.
hooked.
And then I got the bug. Ever
You
since.
almost got a hole in one recently.
You saw that?
yeah, that
Yes.
was crazy.
Thank you.
I know you saw it.
I know.
That
you
was
saw it.
that was right next to the hole, and you're so far away. How far was that?
I want to say like 125 yards.
Yeah,
It wasn't like anything crazy far, but
Like,
it was a
pretty
nice little
crazy
par
for
three.
a person that doesn't really golf.
Ryan, my girlfriend.
yes.
I watched him hit a hole in one, and I freaked out.
And he was like, no big deal.
He was
It's
just like,
it's
thanks.
my like 10th
He's done
one.
it. He's done it a few times.
It's like bowling a strike for us.
Right.
It happens sometimes, but it just happened for him. It happens.
My grandpa had one time, and he had it like
So
framed,
crazy.
and he was like, "The day I got the hole in one,"
Oh,
and he
that's
has the ball
cool.
framed and everything.
That's
That's
crazy.
cool.
No, I haven't gotten anything accomplished like that. But my grandpa told me the first time he played around without losing a ball, he went and got fucked up because that's how excited he was.
Wow, it's crazy. Any sport, if you're like any sport that you're really good at, it's a fun sport.
Right.
Like think about
Suck.
any
Yeah.
sport. Like I don't like baseball, but if I hit if I
Right.
swung every ball that was coming at me
baseball
and
would be your
made every,
favorite.
it would be my favorite sport.
I'm trying to think like what type of sport Zane would play.
What
if you-
sports did everybody play as kids, or what for?
Soccer and baseball, but then
I feel like soccer was everybody's sport.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
your
as kids
entry
played
level
soccer.
sport. It's so simple. It's just
Right.
chase the ball and kick it in the goal. Like
But
Right.
half the kids always went the other way. Like, you never knew where to
I
go.
was the goalie in soccer, and I remember I was bad. My parents like. I'm so embarrassed. My dad was always the coach, and
Aw.
I would be like playing in the net, hanging on, just not paying. I remember like getting stuck in the net, and they're like, "Heath, they're coming, and I'm just like, I remember like playing in the grass, like I was just like picking up like
That's
I was a mess.
funny.
I was a mess.
Imagine the coach, like the coaches for these teams, these little kids that don't know how to play at all. Like just them screaming the whole time, just other way.
Just the patience you have to have.
My dad coached like little kids baseball, and he was like, I cannot do these kids because he kept getting hit with the ball.
Oh shit.
oh
He
no.
kept getting hit, so he upgraded to like an older league. He umpires now, but
Wow.
he has a
Is
lot
it like
of
now, like
patience.
the old people?
not the
His senior citizen league.
yeah no.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh my god, that should be a whole league. I would watch.
That
like
would be fun.
7-year-olds like.
I bet they have it. We just go over to the local
That's what I
retirement
like about
community.
golf. You can play golf until you're dead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it is
that's
something
true.
that is it's a lifetime
Because
sport.
they give you a golf cart, you don't have to walk everywhere you just
Right.
take a cart everywhere you go.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
and you can like pee wherever you want to.
Right.
Right. You can
Find a
drink
tree.
while you're playing.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't
Oh yeah, they
drink
got
while you're playing football.
They got a whole fridge on those golf carts, huh?
They come around, they meet you, bring you snacks and shit.
It's like I'll take the lot.
Take
Take
Give me
the
the
whole
whole
trolley.
bucket.
Zane, what did you play?
Well, I played soccer.
Oh.
Kickball too, if that counts. At recess during middle school, I'd play kickball and dodgeball.
I broke my foot playing kickball when I was in elementary.
Oh my gosh.
You broke your what?
My foot.
Oh, another
Hold on,
foot injury.
those balls aren't even that like.
Not by kicking it.
Oh, by tripping.
It was the stupidest, most embarrassing thing too. It was like switching innings, and like the batters, whatever. So we were running in, and the kid in front of me tripped on the ground, and I was running full speed behind him, and I went to jump over him. And as I was up in the air, he started standing up. So he clipped me, and I landed like this on my foot
Oh,
sideways,
shit.
and it just this bone right here along the side. I broke it on the side of that, and I told like coach, and I was like, my foot hurts really, really bad, and he's like, you're fine, walk it off. And He made me go the entire day. This was like in aftercare. Go the entire day. They were like, go to the nurse. And the nurse was like, oh, it's okay. Put a little bit of ice on it. Made me walk all the way back to everybody. And my foot was like swelling up. And I was like, something is not right. And everybody's like, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. My mom shows up and she's like, takes me to the hospital. And they're like, yeah, this is broken.
Oh, you're limping around in a broken...
Made me walking around like the rest of the day.
They probably worked in urgent care.
Right.
Idiots.
If that happened now, like that's a lawsuit right there.
That's true.
You know, like on like a
holes?
a playground structure, the holes.
Yeah.
The holes.
Oh,
So I was just like, what
holes?
Like the little, they're like diamond
stuff you
holes
walk
that are
on.
like...
Oh, like the
playground.
the
Well,
dome.
no,
Yeah.
not
No, the
that.
floor.
Like the
It's like a
floor of a
rubberized
playground
diamond.
structure. If
There's
you just
like
walked up
steps.
before you go on the slide, the floors there's usually like holes.
There's like a bridge.
Oh,
and
okay,
then-
yeah.
Like those tiny
Okay.
little holes that are
Yes.
that would
You
fit
fit your
you put
fingers.
fingers,
But you can't pull it up.
I was like sitting with some friends, we were just talking, and I was just like putting my fingers in the hole.
Matt, you know when you're just sitting there with your friends and you're putting your fingers in.
You're a kid. You're just fidgeting around.
Have
And I
fun.
put both of my fingers in there, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I kept trying to yank them out, and they started like swelling up. And then all of a sudden the teacher like blew the whistle and was like, we're going back in. And I'm like, oh no.
I would have
no. And my
paid
friends were
money to see that.
my friends were
Damn.
like, see ya, Matt. And the whole class is lining up, and the teacher's like, counting everyone down. They goes, wait, we're missing someone. They go, Matt's fingers are stuck, and I'm just back on the playground going, help,
His big
help.
ears.
And they had, me and my big old ears, and me just freaking out that I can't get my fingers out. And the teacher comes by. She goes, what happened? What did you do? Did you like? And I was like, I can't get these out.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
Did you do this?
And then they were like, they got Nurse Shelley, this old woman, to come all the way down. And she like is just walking out like in her little flowy
Flower dress.
You know what I mean? Like this 60-year-old woman, Nurse Shelley.
She's like,
and
I got this.
And she's
I got
holding in
it.
her hand a big thing of Vaseline. And she like sits down with me. She's like, there, darling, we got this. And she starts putting all this Vaseline on my fingers and everything. And then it just popped right out.
That's really funny.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised I haven't broken anything in my life.
I'm
Yeah, I
surprised
know.
too.
You're
I'm
the most
very
like
surprised.
athletic and craziest out of all of us.
If this never happened, I would be still no dislocated, no broken,
That's
nothing.
hard to
Damn.
believe too.
You don't understand how careful I am now. I'm never going to put myself in a situation like that.
Cuts
ever
to
again.
this weekend.
I got a joke for you.
Go ahead.
Is that knock knock?
Who's there?
Hello.
Hello, who?
Is that HelloFresh? HelloFresh is a delivery service that brings you seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients right to your front door.
Baby, and that's on convenience. Did you know they offer 22 plus different seasonal chef curated options to choose from each week?
Yeah, I knew that.
That is a lot, baby.
That is.
HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit.
Guys, HelloFresh cuts out the stress of meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in about 30 minutes.
And also, if you're on a time crunch, they have the 20-minute meal option, so you can whip it up real quick.
And they have pre-portioned ingredients, which means it's less prep for you and less food waste.
That's right. Quit wasting time in the grocery store, walking around, not knowing what to do, what to make. Have it delivered directly to your door, already portioned out, ready to go. It's super easy, and it's a lot of fun. Mariah and I, you guys know, we use it all the time. It's nice if you have like a day you want to stay in, you want to cook something fun, and it lets you try things you normally wouldn't.
And he just cooked me this nice chicken plate from HelloFresh just
Chicken
today.
tikka
before-
masala.
It was very, very good.
They have a bunch of different options. So if you're a vegetarian, if you want something a little bit more low calorie, they also have family friendly meal portions. So you cook for the whole family, baby.
Nice.
And guys, just so you know, if you do want to change it up, you want to add some yummy snacks throughout your week, you want to add extra lunches, extra dinners, all you got to do is just go on and click to add it. Super easy. Change it up. If you want to take some time off, whether you got a week or you're going to be out of town, just go ahead and say that. And baby, it's super easy and accommodates specifically for you.
So guys, go to HelloFresh.com/unfiltered10. Use our code unfiltered10 to get 10 free meals and free shipping.
That's HelloFresh.com/unfiltered10. And make sure to use code unfiltered10. And you're going to get 10 free meals plus free shipping directly to your door. Super simple. Have some fun. Impress a loved one. Impress your girl. Impress your boy. And just have fun with your boy.
I don't know. 10 free meals sounds like a lot of meals.
That is crazy.
That's a lot of food that they're giving you guys
That's
for free.
a hookup.
So just baby, can we use our own code?
Yeah, baby, I got to
I hope
re-up.
we can. All right. Well, then we got to do it then. All right. Let's get back to what we're talking
Thank you, HelloFresh.
Thank you, HelloFresh.
We love you.
What happened with like a tweet or something that you had?
Oh yeah. So I saw this tweet on Twitter. This was from a verified account. WFLA News tweeted this, verified, so it's like real. Is your meth contaminated with coronavirus? This Florida police department will test it for free. And shows a bag of meth.
What in the world?
I think that's like
I think it's a joke to get like obviously like.
But a news channel doesn't make jokes
Why
like
would they
that.
But police departments do.
For
They
us to
do?
be like WTLA whatever is like.
They make
Yeah.
jokes?
I didn't think you're allowed to make jokes like this. I feel like I'd get, if I tweeted this, I'd get fucking canceled.
That's an old joke though. People have, like cops have not cops, but police departments have like said stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
Not specifically bring it for coronavirus, but something is your something laced? Bring your weed here, and it was like
yeah. Or
whatever
they'll
drug.
make kind of jokes like that.
That's
My
so
local
weird.
police department in my hometown, like on Facebook, will like post really funny stuff.
You remember
about
like not
criminals.
a cop? That used to. Those
Oh,
used
yeah,
to be
that
my
was so
favorite
funny.
tweets.
Not
what is that?
stop. Yes.
It's like, hey, hit me up with your like your best drug dealer plugs.
Yo, hit me up if there's any drug or alcohol parties tonight.
right.
Yeah.
Hashtag
It's
not a
people
cop
who are-
or something like
that
that.
was the funniest thing.
I love
They come up with really good stuff.
That was
though.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Anybody else getting illegally drunk tonight?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, you know what happened to me yesterday?
What happened to you?
I was at Ralph's. I went to the grocery store, and I pulled up, and I look over to my left, and next to me is Viola Davis.
What?
Wait,
At
who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Viola Davis.
Viola
she's
Davis.
The actress. I mean, she's an incredible actress, but she's the actress in How to Get Away with Murder, one of my favorite shows. She's also in Fences with Denzel Washington. She's
Yes.
She's the
Doubt.
main girl.
in Suicide
Yes.
Squad.
She's like she's an incredible.
She's been in
actress.
like
Oh yeah. Okay.
300
Okay.
movies.
most just
Yeah.
powerful like
Cool.
woman actress.
I want her as my mom. Like I wish she was my
Really?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I wish I just had Viola Davis just to walk around with me and be like, you were not having that.
Yeah.
You like just telling off people for me.
Yeah,
I would.
yeah.
And she had her phone out and was like on speaker and was just like,
Really?
letting someone have it. And it was the most like Viola Davis
Oh
thing.
my god.
Viola
That's
Davis.
so
I was like
That's
freaking
sick.
out. So
You guys always get
Did-
to see like celebrities. I feel like
I know, but it's so rare. Like he went to Ralph's and came
Probably
back.
because you're in Porter Ranch.
right.
I would have 100% went with that just to like witness that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you
that's
just got to keep
crazy.
your eyes peeled. Sometimes they're always around you. You just got to
Yeah,
like.
and they don't look like they do on TV, so you have to really just like look.
You know what I
Yeah,
think
they're
about?
a lot more casual than we
Yeah.
I always think about when I'm driving. I wish there was like signs like above, not sign, like like
Celebrity.
in a video
Celebrity.
game, in a video game where it would have like a cursor like over top, like a green arrow that like showed like what celebrities like are around you, and you just don't know because they're in like a car or like. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, but like they won't tell you exactly where they are, but it kind of shows you.
No. Like you remember being like a kid and you wish you had like a sense or a
Yes.
superpower that you could like read somebody's mind if they had a crush on you.
Yes.
Oh,
You know what I
sure,
mean? Where it
yeah.
said like yes above their head, like, as you're
Yes.
walking around.
Do you like me? Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like something
yeah.
like that, but as you're driving and it's over a car that says like what celebrities, like if you were to like, I don't know.
Yeah,
No, I know
Yeah,
what
no,
you
I've
mean.
always thought about that too. I've also thought about. Imagine there was a timer over everybody's head.
Ooh,
where,
no,
like,
no,
the
no,
time
no.
of their death. Like just imagine seeing all these
Zane.
numbers.
That's like a
Hell
movie.
no.
That's a movie.
What, is it?
Justin Timberlake and Olivia Wilde called Frequency.
Time.
Hold
No,
on,
no.
really?
Called Time
No.
Over Your Head.
Yeah, it's
I've
called-
always thought about that.
Yes, and it's
is
a
a movie,
movie
actually.
that's set
Really?
where time is like currency, and so everyone in the world dies at the age of 25. But if you have like enough time, you get to continue living.
Oh.
So all the poor people only have enough time, and they work for time and all this shit. And
That's
then,
crazy. Working for time. So every time you work, it goes. brrr.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
in time, yeah, it's a movie. It's pretty trippy.
It's not dark, by the way. It's my thoughts. They might be dark.
Wait, did I ever? I think I told you. Did I ever tell you guys that sometimes I think I'm psychic?
Okay.
She
All
has
right,
fun.
guys. Thanks for tuning into today's podcast.
I'm not kidding. I'm actually not kidding. Like
So-
since I was younger, but not like I can't control it. That's the
What am
thing.
I thinking right now?
No, not like that. Not like
Mariah.
I'm not that good.
Mariah.
that. Renegade,
just scared.
renegade,
Yeah, right.
renegade.
He's like, holy shit.
If I really was, that'd be fucking nuts.
No, like it used to happen a lot, like a few times a week. Now it's only like it's not very often, but it happens sometimes.
yeah, as you get older, huh?
And
Wait,
when did we realize we
Yeah.
had this superpower?
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it anymore.
No, finish it, finish
go.
it.
All right.
She's talking about when she opens up a textbook in school and the number lands on what she was thinking.
Oh.
That's her type of psychic, but it's like we all have gone through that.
Women.
No, I'd love
explain
to.
explain your
Explain your
moments.
clairvoyance.
Okay, so it has to be when I'm unconsciously, like, I can't be like, ooh, let me think of this and have it happen. It's kind of like when we talk about something and it comes up on the phone. It's like that, but it's in my head. So I'll give you just 2 examples. So the one time we were at my brother's basketball game and it was like a traveling game. So it was like an hour away from our house. It was pretty far. And me and my sister go into the bathroom and we're like laughing, making noise, like doing a dance and stuff. And we hear somebody flush the toilet. And I was like, oh, someone was in here the whole time. And we were so embarrassed. Hi, Em.
Oh my goodness.
Scared me.
And we were so embarrassed. And in my head, we have this family friend. And I was like, what? Like, if it's her, I'll feel better. But like, there's no way she would be there. Like, no way. And she walks out of the stall. And I was like, it's just a mom, like one of our friends' moms. And she walked out of the stall and we were like, what are you doing here? She was like, oh, her son's friend is on the other team. I was like, what? And she came out to support. So like, there's really no reason for her being there. And she walked out of the stall.
Interesting.
And then another time, just one more example. We were at Rockefeller Center in Manhattan. And in my brain, we have another family friend. Her name is Mariah. And for some reason, we were looking at the Rockefeller tree, and I was like, "What if Mariah like came and we like saw her and ran into her?" And Marian's daughter came from around the tree like 10 seconds later, and we were like, "What are you doing?" Like we ran into her in the city.
Yeah,
things like that.
That is
and
pretty weird.
It happens like 3 times a week, like very frequently. Like it's a lot with people.
I've had stuff like that where you haven't thought about somebody in a long, like years, and then you think about them, and then you see them that day.
Or a text will pop up just from them.
Yeah. I always feel like that's when like you're doing something right and like the universe is winking at you saying
Right.
like
You
it all
think?
kind of
that's
makes
good.
sense because that moment wouldn't have happened if you didn't put yourself there and all the choices
Right.
that you made. So like sometimes when those things are like too good to be true, I always say like the universe is winking at you. But
Yeah,
I
letting
like
you know
that.
you're doing the right thing.
that's so Mariah.
it's the future.
It's the future she can kind of see.
That's why you're always looking off
Wait,
in space.
I've said this before, and maybe I'm repeating myself.
Oh my God, he's psychic too.
No, that's so Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Did her visions always come true?
Yes.
Yes.
They always came true.
But it was never in the context.
She would try
they
to
always
prevent
came.
it.
But exactly.
Like the way they would make the vision look like, you think it was about something else, but it ended like the same thing happened, but it was for another situation.
But the whole episode is them trying to prevent that thing from happening.
Right. Yeah.
But don't you think Raven's friends would be like, Raven, every time you have these predictions, they do come true, but we're always trying to prevent it, and it always ends up happening. Can't we
So
just
let's stop.
Let's just stop trying
don't
to
ruin
prevent
the
it from
show.
happening. But like, I hope someone like emails and corrects me wrong on this, but like, that's how I remembered it. And I was like, that's and they kept that going for so many seasons.
It's so
but
true.
Raven's friends were never like,
yeah,
Raven,
but that's like
we've had
Wizards
it.
of Waverly Place. They're witches and wizards, and those.
But they're not like seeing the future. They're not trying to predict things. But
I
like
know,
the whole
but
plot
like I think
motive
people got
is-
excited. Like when I watched the show, I got excited to see what that premonition was about, and like I couldn't wait for them to get to that moment because like is she gonna try to like skewer, is like or
Yeah.
maneuver the situation or try
Yeah.
to change it? But
And it never got old.
yeah, I liked it. I liked the show.
Like you're absolutely right, but if they went with that route, there wouldn't be a show. Like it wouldn't be That So Raven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like that guy that watches the movie that's like, that's not realistic.
no, that's me. No, that's me.
That's Zane. I always try to like things. I still see the beauty in that.
Goes to see a Marvel superhero movie. He's like, well,
Fast and Furious.
those are bad. Oh my God, can we? The Fast and I don't remember which one it is, but the very end of it, they're like on the runway and they're like chasing the plane, and the runway is like 30 minutes long.
Because they're trying to catch the plane that was like about to like.
I remember
off,
watching.
yeah.
I was like, dude, this runway is like. This runway's been going on for the last 20
I
minutes.
remember
Like, how
we're
are
in
they?
the movie theater and literally all you hear is Heath go, how long is this runway? Because the scene was
insane.
20 minutes long and they were going fast. Like they were going 100
Yeah,
miles
yeah, they
an hour.
should be taking off by now. Like,
It was so stupid.
And how many times do you think they had to film that, going back, taking the thing around?
I just can't believe like the people in Fast and the Furious after like every crazy, epic, dangerous like thing, they're like, guys, we are not doing this anymore. Our lives are on the line. You got to jump onto that truck and then hop onto the helicopter. We're not doing this.
Did
Can
you
we
see?
just chill?
The new one looks terrible.
Hobbs and Shaw?
No. That's like the spinoff. It's the
the Fate.
Hold on, there's another
Or
Fast and
F9.
Furious
It's
movie.
F9.
F9.
Hold on, there's an F9.
It's called like the fucking final Fast and Furious
Well, like,
for real.
I thought they would end like F8. It was Fate, and it's like, okay, what else is after Fate? Like
It's
finale.
and
The
that's all
finale.
fate.
Fate 910.
finale.
Well, so have they made it to 10 yet?
No, the 9 is coming out.
Oh, remember when the second one came out, Too Fast, Too Furious? That one's
That
the
was good.
best.
The one in Japan is so good too. Tokyo
Oh
Drift.
my gosh.
So good.
Oh.
It was really good. But like movies like that, they make so much fucking money.
They're
so,
just blockbusters.
so you might as well, like, if they made so much money on the 8th movie, make a 9th one because it's gonna make so much money. Just make the 10th one.
we
too.
were talking about that. What is the longest going movie franchise, like with sequels? Like
longer
9
than
is a
Harry
lot.
Potter. What's like Harry?
Harry Potter was on the list, but
It's
one
like 10,
that
right?
surprised me on the list was Godzilla. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
No, Godzilla
Those are,
isn't
like, remakes.
No, yeah, remakes don't count.
Halloween, they had 10. Halloween had 10.
Oh, was it the same? Hold
Yeah.
on, wait. It's not the
It was a
same
storyline.
world.
Yeah.
Is it the same world?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
It's all about the same guy. Michael
Ooh,
Myers.
also like James Bond ones.
James Bond
is
isn't.
a lot.
Oh,
There's
same
like-
with the
there's
same
like
actor.
25.
With the
No,
same.
not the same
No,
actor.
you see, I'm talking about the
Halloween.
same cast.
Right.
Like,
Halloween.
No, well, Halloween though.
Halloween.
Still,
I bet you they had a different Michael Myers.
I bet they did.
I bet they did. But I'd say Harry Potter. Like, tell me another one that's like.
That's
not
Star
Harry
Trek.
Potter.
James-
Harry
Potter's
Potter,
the
you see him
cleanest.
grow.
but
Yeah.
there's an
Little
end. There's an
babies
end to
to-
Harry Potter though. There's like they can't make any more.
Oh no, I know, but like, what's the longest running with the same
Right.
cast?
I think
Right.
Harry Potter is definitely up there because it's the
Grey's
cleanest.
Anatomy?
Grey's.
That's stupid.
I cannot believe how long they're. I'm not saying they're
many
dragging it out because I'm sure it's a good show. I've never seen it, but
It's amazing. It's really
it's
good.
crazy.
many years
Meredith
has it
is
been?
probably rolling it in the dough.
Aren't they like on the 15th season, literally?
Her rate must be like $3 million an episode.
is
Like
set.
how?
But then it's like, okay, how long can you keep doing this shit? Like,
I mean,
It's
I'm sure
really-
she doesn't give a shit. She's like, dude, it's like for her, it's like waking up and brushing her teeth,
Right.
Like being in like the.
we just got
20th
bought again for another season. It's like,
The longest running.
all right.
It's like getting a phone call, just like good morning. It's like
Yeah.
a good morning wake up call for her.
Oh man.
What was that? What y'all talking about?
Y'all telling
I was
secrets?
asking her, what are they talking about?
We're talking about Grey's Anatomy.
I know that's what I was
He
asking
goes,
because
"What's going on?"
I know. I was like,
Grey's Anatomy is like a surgery, right?
yeah,
It's really
Speaking of
cool.
surgery, could we talk about
Jason's new
new
titties.
titties?
Crazy.
unbelievably
Moving on.
realistic. When when they like revealed it to us when David came over, I like thought he actually like got it done.
Me
on
too.
I did
purpose.
for
Like,
for like 2 seconds.
Same.
I
Yeah,
thought
me
he
too.
got it done.
Because David wanted him to actually get real like implants a long time ago for a video.
Yeah, and he's gotten lip injections. So in my mind, it was like, oh my god, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's willing to go as far as getting that done for a video. But
All
'cause
these
you can-
things like went through my brain. Like I was like, they're real. And then Heath said, no, it's makeup. And I didn't see the makeup. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, no, they're real. And I was like, wait, how long? The recovery time is
Yeah.
this long? Like how?
Yeah,
how
you'd be
is this
bruised.
possible?
all your reactions were like he actually got them
Yeah.
done. Because when I
really
watched the
did.
video, I was like, oh my god, they thought for about 10 seconds that those were
A long
real.
time. Yeah.
It looked so real.
Yeah.
makeup, they had like the veins and like
Yes, the speck, like
the
freckles.
Yeah, no, oh, you could tell they took their time on, and the
Yeah.
nipple,
the areola.
Did you
crazy.
the aerial.
Areola. Woo.
But I knew as soon as I saw, I knew they were prosthetics because he just did the alien one with Jack and Jack
right.
Coon. Yeah, and I knew, and after seeing the Night King, how good it was, I was like, I knew they were prosthetics as soon as I saw them.
They look
good though. It's
insane.
crazy.
I think he liked it. Every time I looked over, he was just like holding on to him, like touching
No,
him.
no, I bet you it's like this like feeling of confidence having them. But you just
Oh,
have
he
like a
had so
broad
much
chest.
confidence,
Right.
yeah.
You know when men walk around, they walk around like
Yeah,
this,
puff their
like
chest
they
up.
feel good, they feel like
Yeah.
confident. I feel like those tits probably give you a broader, just like fucking like you
Yeah,
know?
they said he-
We trying
I
to look at
can't-
my lumps.
I can't believe I'm
Trying
getting
to look
tits.
He said it
gonna
like
get
made
him.
his body feel more confident or it made him feel slimmer because it was
Yeah.
like this whole new sense of focus on
Yeah,
his
because they
boobs.
stuck out more than his stomach. So
Yeah,
it was like,
because
he felt
back when
good.
I was like, I had triangle titties because I was like fat. I when they were like protruding longer than my stomach, I felt my stomach was like thinner.
Okay.
Even though I had a muffin top, but it was okay.
That's true. A while ago, I was talking to my brother about like working out, and I was like, "How do I like get a smaller waist and like get skinnier?" And then he was like, "Get bigger shoulders."
That's what he said.
Yeah, he was like, "Work out like your shoulders and get bigger up top."
That's true. Just
That is true.
change your other proportions if you can't change that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Or just shave your head. Shave your head, go bald.
You have a big forehead, just shave the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then you just got one really long
An
forehead. all the way to
infinity
the back.
forehead. An infinite head.
And that's all.
Thank you,
And
Matt.
that's all Forehead Express.
Doesn't even make sense.
I call my little sister that.
Oh, that's
Forehead
funny.
Express. Her long ass forehead. Hey, Di, I love you, but you got a long forehead. Hey, that's why we use contour. Make your forehead look smaller. She made fun of my hairline, so that's why I got hair.
She
plugs.
did it to me, so.
Boo-boo.
Speaking of hair transplant, you know how I got like really puffy after my surgery?
Yeah.
Did you see Tana's face?
I just saw it on TikTok.
What was that?
I don't know what it is, but like she was saying that when she gets really stressed, this reaction happens to her face. But when I first saw it, I
It
died
was like
because it
swollen.
looks like she got attacked by a beehive.
Yeah.
Like
by
the whole hive stung her in the face, not just one.
I remember when I saw that, I DM'd her saying a lot of beehives would be scared.
That's funny.
That's
Yeah, no, I feel
crazy.
bad because that would suck having. That.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look fun at all. It looks like it
feel so
hurts
bad.
so much.
Yeah,
How long does it take to come down?
and her
you're
eyes just look all painful and
Yeah.
swole.
And that's just from stress.
Yeah, for
Like
her.
people
I
get
think.
like itchy or they have a rash. Like
Right.
she blew up.
How stressful
I know.
has she had been?
Well, I'm sure
to-
it's like you get a little stressed, and then once that starts coming on, you're like, "Fuck, please don't be this," and then you start stressing out that it's going to be blowing up.
Oh, you know, she
Then
did
as
say
you-
that. She did say she was stressed about having that thing.
I feel like that's
that
people with
reaction.
like breakouts. Like people get like acne when they're stressed, and then like once they get acne, then they're more stressed about having the acne, and then it's just like this buildup of never ending.
Yeah, I eat when I'm stressed.
Oh, Zane, your house almost burned down.
Yeah, I know. You told me why. He didn't want to
Okay.
tell me until the podcast.
Well,
but
no, okay. Well,
My brand new house that I just bought.
right before I got here, I was at Zane's new house, and right now Zane is kind of trying out potential assistants. And one of the girls, she was there, and you requested for her to bake cookies, right?
She almost burned the house down baking cookies.
So like I start smelling this very weird smell coming from the kitchen, almost like as if like Dima was cooking.
Dima burns a pizza
Oh
literally
my
twice
God.
First off, I love Dima.
Dima's
but
cooking
Dima-
is atrocious. I don't know if it's cooking. I think it's what he's making.
It's just called whipping up whatever in the cabinets. Like
I think it's like Hamburger Helper or some shit.
well,
but
it's sometimes
smells so
it's
bad.
hamburger helper or it's like some type of meat, and then he'll like put on like some type of cheese that you shouldn't be on it, and then he'll get old beans and like it's a funky
That's what Carly tried to make nachos with some cheese that you're not supposed to like cook out of some, and it
almost like you
smelled
put-
so
That
bad.
exists?
what type of cheese you know? What?
I don't
like
know. What
it's like
was it?
provolone.
Provolone?
Like,
No,
yes.
no, not provolone. It's like I think she put shredded cheese like all over it,
It's
and
like
then,
a white-
she tried baking it, but like it doesn't like
It's a really
mix
thin
well.
white cheese.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be melting it over something.
I know my cheeses. I have no idea what
It's
you're
a
talking about.
funky smell. But anyways,
It's really funky. It doesn't smell
Munster?
good.
Demo, we always like would hate it when he cooked because it would just leave this weird smell. But I love Demo. All respect to him. But it was this type of weird smell, and I goes, "What is she cooking?" Zane's all the way at Heath's house. He's not cooking anything. Is she cooking something for him? And I go in there, and go, "What are you cooking?" She goes, "Oh, cookies." Zane asked for cookies, and I'm like, "Smells a little weird."
Zane
And she
needs an
goes,
assistant. He's trying out an assistant. What are you doing? Zane wants cookies.
Well, I mean, it was either she's here listening to our podcast or she's doing something that
No, it's just funny. Like,
I have this box as in Game of Thrones font, like the font of Game
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Thrones. It says "cookies are here." I just got it because Oreo sent me a package and I kept the
cute.
box.
Cool.
So I wanted to just fill it up with fresh baked cookies for some
Nice.
reason. Just every time people are over, there's a fresh batch of cookies.
and it always smells good.
Yeah,
So-
you know how every house is something. I want that to be something.
The cookie
that
house.
I have. Yeah.
So I go in there and I'm like, "It smells kind of weird." She goes, "Yeah, it does." And I'm like, she goes, "Do you think it's like gas?" And like, then I'm like, "Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it does
shit.
smell like gas." But it was like, is this leaking out? Is there something wrong with the oven?
Said that's why Zane got a good discount
Well,
on the house.
I mean that's the first time the oven was used. So I feel like
good
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So we started opening up like the doors and windows, trying to like air it out. And I was like, I think we should Google this to see like if new time ovens
Yeah.
have a weird smell. Well, sure enough, if you use an oven for the first time, it releases this weird kind of like odor.
It doesn't affect the food, right?
I don't think.
Right?
After he
Right?
ate a dozen
I don't think
cookies.
so. We gotta test try those cookies when we get home. But
The cookies are like green.
but I was like kind of paranoid when I was driving away. I'm like, I hope that's not gas, and this whole thing just blows up.
We
like,
just hear like just a distant.
oh no, no.
We see it from here.
in the rear view.
But yeah, she then sent me the screenshot of like the Google alert or whatever she had researched.
You ever
And-
left the stove on like for an extended period of time?
No, but
I've
They
gone,
don't use the stove.
Have you ever put a paper towel in a toaster oven? My brother.
Oh no!
put a what?
Like he thought putting like a bagel on a paper towel and putting it in the toaster oven it was a good idea, and the bitch caught on fire. But it was the funniest. The vision was so funny. Literally, just huge flames from the toaster going onto the wooden cabinets.
Holy
And my
shit.
mom
That could've been
freaked out. Yeah,
bad.
it could have been really.
I almost burned down the apartment that we had. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, hold on. What happened in that apartment?
So it
again?
was. I was not an experienced chef at the time, and I had hot oil in a pan, and I set it in the
Oh,
sink.
that was scary.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
set it in the sink, and I turned the water on to like cool it down. And if you have hot oil and you put water into it, it instantly turns to flames.
Yeah.
Like crazy
Like
flames.
to the top of the roof.
Oh,
like,
I
in
thought
the
you just.
apartment.
I thought you just couldn't put out fire with.
Can put out an oil fire with
You
water.
can't put it out
Right.
with water.
Wait, so how does it create a?
I
don't know.
Don't know.
Wait, what?
But we've done it. Didn't we do it again with the hot oil
because
in
it's adding
Scott's
like,
backyard?
oxygen to. Or,
I
or, like,
literally don't
like-
know what it is, but like it started and then I was trying to put it out, and as I was putting more water, like it just got bigger. Like it was terrifying. Just knowing like you can't get this fire out with water because it's oil.
Yeah, so you need a fire extinguisher, but we don't have
Like
one.
a blanket or a fire. You just stop, drop, and roll the fuck out.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Terrifying.
The experiment that you guys did in Scott's old backyard,
Yes.
is that what you guys used?
Yeah. When I walked over and I poured the water into the.
Yeah. Remember in David's vlog when the experiment where he
Yeah.
put the
Did I
water
pour
in
it?
the-
I just remember running.
Yeah, but you saw how big that ball was? That's basically what happened in our kitchen.
We tried it a couple times, and
That's
it
what
was
happens
like
with grease. It's like a grease fire, right?
Yeah,
It can
a grease
sometimes
fire.
happen. Oh my god, yeah, that's
Awful.
terrifying.
I think it happened once to Carly and Aaron too. I think they had like a fire
Yep.
in their sink and they were
No,
freaking.
They-
it was
they
a
just sent that-
candle. The candle, they lit a candle,
really?
right? And it started getting bigger and bigger. And she tried putting it out with water, but I guess it was like some sort of oil in the candle that made it bigger.
Well, I mean, it's the same. I mean, it was probably just, I think, just oil in general when you put cold water on it.
Yeah,
It, like-
something. Because she like looked at the
Crazy.
candle and the whole, like not just the wicks were in flames, the whole wax was in flames. And she was like, what do I do? So
Damn.
they were laughing. They put it in the sink and they turned the sink on and something in the wax, poof, just
Hell
really
no.
bad. Yeah,
Fire
that's so
is-
dangerous.
But that's the biggest snake eyes, though.
How did you
Like,
end up
just
putting it
that-
out? Did we know?
What?
How'd you end up putting it out?
it just fizzled out.
Yeah, it fizzled out, and
okay.
we kind of just aired it out a little bit. Yeah, it was really scary though. We thought we were gonna burn down the apartment. Yeah, that
Nice.
was.
but you
nuts.
didn't.
And we would have never met.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, I remember
What a
Mariah
shame.
doing all those cartwheels and shit.
I was
Remember
trying to,
me
I was
doing
trying
all
to
the
impress
cartwheels
him.
and
Remember game night? How annoying Mariah was the first night.
Y'all had game night?
Oh, she was excited.
It was the first time. I think it was the first time we all hung out, and Heath really liked Mariah. And Mariah was. You could tell she was really nervous. She was really nervous, but I didn't know Mariah, but she was really over the top. Like she was playing around a lot. Like we were playing this game, and she kept like hitting the board game, and I was like, Mariah.
Like, I don't
But I
know
didn't
if
know
like
her. I
this.
didn't. I barely knew her.
Because I didn't have like a I'm gonna hold back phase. I just had my personality out right away, and Zane was like, "Fuck this bitch," because I matched him. That's why you were mad.
I didn't know you. That's why. If I
Yeah.
knew you, I
It was-
didn't know you.
it was
so I didn't know
annoying 'cause you didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we were drinking wine. I'm pretty sure it was wine night.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
So we were just drinking wine. She got a little loose. Mariah.
Isn't it such a weird thing? Like your first time, like hanging out with somebody, you do not know if this is the beginning of you knowing them so well for like the rest of your
Right.
life.
Crazy.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like so. Sometimes
really
I think
weird
people
to
get
think
kind of
about.
hung up on that. Like I had a friend from college. He always had this like weird like internal thing I could see in his eyes that every time we were out, every girl he would meet, he would think like,
She's
could
the
this,
one?
Could this be
Oh
my
my God.
wife?
Oh,
And
Just
I'm
a
always
hopeless
like,
romantic, like love at
Yeah,
first sight.
that's not a good way to like look at
I
it.
know.
You can't
Oh.
make love at first sight happen.
Yeah.
You want it to come unexpectedly out of nowhere. You you go through life not expecting anything to happen, and then it comes.
That's
to
when
you.
it happens, right?
Yeah.
When you stop looking, that's when it happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it makes you want to like go back and like soak it in, like, oh, like
This is
Yeah.
it.
this is yeah.
Or unless you really like somebody and then you fight for them, you know,
Yeah.
like you with Patricia. Like I'm surprised how far you went with her because I feel like I would have never went that far.
Oh, I would
pretty just assume the
persistent.
girl
I was
wasn't
just
interested in
like,
me.
Take a chance on me. Like I had like she wasn't like that into me because she just didn't take me seriously. But I was like, no, I really like you, so I just
Yeah.
kept asking her.
That's the
out.
difference between your confidence and my my confidence says I don't like I
Zane
would
goes,
never.
you don't like, okay.
That's exactly what I was- Oh, you don't like me? Oh, that's fine. Okay, I'll see you later. Nice to meet you.
Or like Zane would see a girl and he'd be like, "Oh, she's so pretty. She's really pretty. I think I like her." And we'd be, go for it. Nah. Nah.
It's like I know it's not gonna work out. She's too pretty for
You
me.
always say that. You're like, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
But you were
Doesn't
always
even try.
You were always kind of like pursuing Mariah though, right? Like, or you were
Right?
I remember
complete
one
opposite.
time. I don't know.
No, it's fine.
But
I know
I-
about everything.
Oh, well, I just remember like one time you and me were on the balcony at your place and you had kind of like were like in limbo with like talking to someone else, but you weren't really taking it seriously. But you were like, but Mariah. And I'm like, who is Mariah?
Yeah.
Like, where did
Who
that
is
name
this
come from?
Mariah, where's this coming from? You're like, I know, but she's like coming over tonight and like I really like her, so I'm just gonna stop talking to this other person. I want like Mariah. Like you, and then I remember you walked in, and I was just like, okay, who's this
go, Heath.
Mariah
Okay.
girl?
Wait, on the other end, my friend Jess that introduced us, she was like, I know you like him, but he's talking to somebody else. And I was like, all right, that's the end of that. And then like you invited me over and then like you reassured me that blah, blah, blah. Because I think I asked you about it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Because I don't play games.
Hold on, I'm crying.
And that's on a rom-com.
Because I think that was back when you were like smoking kind of.
I was
and then
awful.
Mariah like came in, I looked, and you immediately like put it out. We were just like, okay, it got up, and I it just like went in. You're like, hey, what's up?
Just dusting the shirt off.
I think because I didn't say that, like, that's when we just met, and I didn't tell you, like, oh, I don't really like cigarettes. You were just, like, smoking. I feel like I gave you a look that, like, made you feel stupid, so you, like, didn't smoke in front of me, because I feel like I was just like, oh, real cool. You're so cool.
Those looks kill you. It's not like that I'm disgusted by you. It's
just like-
oh wow, you're so cool
Yeah.
smoking
Right,
cigarettes.
right.
That is
Like
what,
that,
like,
When
yeah.
you feel
Kills
stupid
you.
about it.
Yeah.
remember what our ashtray looked like outside? Oh,
I can smell it now.
it looked like the Game of Thrones chair, like the throne. It just,
Yes, it was just things were coming,
That-
cigarette butts
and it was
coming
like
out.
put out in other like
After you ran out of that, we put it like in Corona bottles until that filled up like all the way.
Disgusting.
and we didn't think that was gross either. Every day we'd see
we
it,
were
it
like
was
kind of
just
proud of it, like, oh, we're almost there.
Oh, there's another. I found another spot here. You can put
And then we would dump it like into like that
On the
brown
side.
paper bag. And
Remember
would
when that
just be-
caught on fire? I remember like there'd be times I'd be putting my cigarettes
This is
out and then
terrible.
I'd light another one and I'd just be sitting there chilling and I'd look and the ashtray's on fire. I'm like, oh shit! And I'm pouring my beer into the ashtray to put it out. I was I was a mess.
You were
Remember when we'd clean our fucking balcony over the ashes and this shit would go on everybody's apartment balcony downstairs.
Oh my
I think
god.
the way they set it up was like they put holes. I mean, they're supposed to put holes in but I just feel like the way the wall was and everything, it was just.
There was the hole at the bottom, like the little set, and we would just like take the broom and just right out from under, and then the wind would blow it back on the.
Oh, we were not supposed to be smoking at that apartment, by the way. That was like a no
yeah.
smoking
Right.
apartment with.
But you had that whole like the top level of the entire place, so
Yeah,
like, no one
yeah,
could
that was
ever
like
know.
a crazy apartment.
That was
apartment
a
was
nice. That was
sick.
huge.
What was the square footage of that apartment?
$1 million?
Was it
It was a million
1,200?
square feet. No,
Bigger.
1,200 is not that big. It was.
Because my room was huge.
I want to say 2,300 square feet.
It was very big with very big ceilings.
For an apartment that was just an open floor plan, it was.
Really big.
Yeah, it's crazy though, the cigarette thing, realizing like back then Juuls, no one had even heard of them. Like
Yeah.
vaping, like if you were
Yeah.
vaping, it was like the big mod.
Remember my
things.
big ass rig that I had
That's crazy that you had that shit.
I was that dude. And that's why I got off of it. I got embarrassed because I hated like when I was trying to quit cigarettes, I'd be like
I mean, it isn't. I mean,
and it would be a cloud, and I'm like,
I mean, every time I see someone, and I'm sorry for the people that are listening that do smoke these type of things, but every time I see it, it just shuts me off. I'm just like, oh god, he smokes.
No, it just looks like a Spirit Halloween store, like a fog machine coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Isn't there a vape group that's like they say something and they go
that vine. It's all the people outside of a vape shop, and they're like Toronto, we are Troop 513.
Yeah.
And he puts his
Like the
fists up in
battles
air.
when they go to battle.
Yeah.
It's like real competitions, right?
no, but like when David had those kids over, like that was insane though. What they could do with with the
that's
smoke.
insane.
Like
what they
that's
do with
actual
smoke.
talent.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was so cool.
Like that's real.
But how do you exercise your mouth to be able to do?
Like who's the
different
first person to figure that out?
Yeah.
I can blow
Sorry, we all
bubble?
can.
no.
I can
if
blow
you
a bubble.
If you put me at the bottom of a pool, I can.
you could blow a water bubble.
I can blow. Yeah,
The ring?
a water ring.
Hold on,
bubbles, like
really?
a dolphin.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a
Really?
video of
All right,
me.
guys, we're
hold
gonna
on.
head
Hold
over
on.
to
I've
the
done that
backyard.
before. I'm sorry to take your shine, but I've done that before.
I've never done that.
How do you do it then, Zane?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just go.
Teach the class.
I just
You
go.
can't
I just go.
It's not like smoke. You have to go.
Ooh.
I don't know. I've done it before though.
I'm very proud of it. It took me a long time. I
look
saw
at
someone doing it online.
Oh, is it like really hard to do it?
Kind of. It's kind of hard.
I
But you,
swear I've
it's just
done
hard because you.
Zane was just
usually-
drowning and it just came out. He was like,
In my fucking swimmers class.
Have you guys ever scuba dived?
No,
I don't like that.
snorkeled.
Scare anything underwater like that scares me.
I've done
I hate it.
snorkeling where you see like the cool fish. Nothing
Yeah.
crazy, but
Scuba diving is terrifying.
You certified?
Yeah. It's really peaceful. It is the most intense, dangerous,
Out of your element type like thing.
Right.
You feel like you're in space.
but also
almost.
the calmest at the same exact time. Like not.
Because you're not supposed to be panicking when you have that mask,
Yeah.
right? Because you have to breathe normally. You can't be panicking when you're in that. But like being underwater like that and not knowing if this oxygen tank is gonna like break
like
on you
at
or not.
different depths,
Terrifying.
you have to like do like
Yeah,
different
there's a lot to
releases
it.
and stuff. Like, oh my god.
If you go up too quick, you get the bends, and then like it's just.
I get scared just snorkeling, just like doing the, you know the bright up on the surface. I don't even like.
I was like, keys to the bends, keys to the bends.
Oh.
I was such an underwater swimmer though when I was a kid. Like you just have goggles on and go diving for rings and
Very
stuff.
cool, Matt.
I know. Why am I talking about it?
No, I mean I love swimming. I love like diving. I love going deep, but like I didn't like breathing, like being able to breathe underwater. Like I didn't want to be relied on an
It's a
oxygen
really
tank.
weird feeling. And like when we were doing like the training, they'd make you like take the goggles off underwater and like take the thing out, and then you got to like clear the air, get the bubbles out. Like it was something.
And you know what's worse than that? Those scuba divers are in those cages with the sharks.
You ever see 47 meters?
I saw a trailer of that movie.
My
Fuck that.
heart, it seems like it's
I
going
haven't
to be a
seen it.
cheesy movie, but I watched it with Michelle and we were like, boom, 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 boom. Like you felt like you were in that cage, like you can't breathe. It's like,
Imagine
fuck,
you're
fuck, fuck.
dropping to the bottom of the ocean in a cage.
It's so nerve-wracking.
And they were trapped in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, they weren't trapped. Like they could get out, but they're all the way at the bottom of the ocean, so they're they can't make it all the way up because their oxygen tanks are running out. So they're trying to shoot up, but they get the bends and stuff like that, and then there's sharks coming, and it's like this. It's the worst. It's, and they
If
can't.
you were on the boat and one of your friends is in a cage and just went to the bottom of the ocean, what do you even do? Like
Call
what?
the Coast Guard.
No, I understand that, but
Okay,
like,
Matt, you're supposed to jump in after them.
yeah, I would like grab my belt. I would take all of our belts. I would
Tie
put them
them
in a
together.
link. I'll link
And
them
get
all
about
together. and
15 feet underwater.
yeah,
Trying to MacGyver this shit. Like, give me toothpicks and gum.
I will call Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques
I would
Cousteau.
tell that bitch to go get my friends from the bottom of the ocean. Jacques Cousteau, by the way, is an oceanographer.
I'm very surprised you know.
He knows it because I said it in
Shut
his
up,
last
bitch.
vlog.
Nobody asked. Nobody asked you.
And now that's all he can talk about is Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau. Can you spell Jacques Cousteau?
Jauqueus. Cousteau. Custeau.
No, you're wrong.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys, as always, for listening, tuning in every week. You know, we post every Monday, the audio, and then the visual is on Tuesday.
Guys,
on our
make sure to
YouTube
listen to
channel.
us on Spotify too, okay? Spotify's a great app. Go listen to us on there.
A
Not sponsored.
lot of people get recommended to us on Spotify.
A lot of people would be scared, like the Apple Podcast platform.
Come on, Apple. What you got, baby? Rank us in the top.
Guys, we love you so much. Please get our merch. I don't know if it's on sale or not, but You should still get it because it's cute. and
At
comfy.
fanjoy.co/Zane and Heath.
Yes, it is.
We got cups. We got cases.
We got K-cups. Just kidding. That's not out yet.
Zane,
What?
one more month.
Yeah. If we can stick to our timeline. We love to not hit our deadline.
Right. Well, we try our best to hit our deadline.
I know. Okay, whether you're driving in your car on your way to work, exercising, snorkeling, TikToking.
Could you imagine somebody scuba diving with the oh, that'd be funny. All right, guys. All right, bring the juice, bring the funny. Go kick Monday's
Juice,
ass.
funny. All right, guys, at once.
The juice, the funny, the juice, the funny.
The juice, the funny, the juice.
Taking
the
it
funny,
overboard.
the
All right.
juice, The funny, the juice.
Thank you. Have a good night. We love you so much, my babies.